Greetings and howdy, programs. The name's Reedz, Destination Tron Mini Archive, and I'm here with Day, Destination Dose of Tron, and our guest today, Audis, Destination Daily Dose of Tron. We're taking y'all to the game grid this cycle, breaking down the various video games and cosmetics of the Tron franchise. Sit back, grab some energy, and let's head on over to the game grid.
Took off. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Plus,
wow,
spicy
impressed.
E major theme. Anyways, good evening.
I'm impressed. All
Very
right.
impressed.
Good evening, y'all. It's interesting we do another late or an evening recording. First things first, before we hop in, we did get some unfortunate news. Lance Reddick, who we've all known has played Cutler in Tron Uprising, and also played Albert Wesker in Netflix's Resident Evil, has passed away today at 60 years old. So this is really sad news. I was getting ready to take a nap, and then I saw a tweet from Discussing Film. I'm like, what?
I was really surprised when I saw that tweet. I was in shock because I saw a tweet from him 2 days earlier, and he looked like he was in perfect, health, and
yeah, it caught me really off guard.
Same. It's like Mike Leach's death all over again back in November, because that one still hurts me.
Oh yeah, same here. It can just happen like that. It's it's really unfortunate.
All the feelies. But yeah, anyways, so video games.
Yes.
Video.
Kind of all started with the original movie, right? The original arcade cabinet. Yeah.
I've actually,
good old
I don't know about you guys,
but
I've gotten to play that arcade cabinet. It's actually
I'm so jealous.
Very epic. It is very fun. Basically, for those of you who haven't played it, and for those of you who have played it, I hope I'm doing it justice with my descriptions, because I'm going purely off of memory from when I played it 6 months ago. But basically there's 4 separate levels. There's, the classic light cycles that we know and love. There's this little light tank maze game, which if you ever played Wii Play, the tanks minigame on there, it's kind of like that, but about 30 times harder. Because the enemy tank projectiles can move 3 times faster than yours. So, that's fun.
So it's the maximum level of the tanks game from Wii Play.
Straight
it's
up.
The hardest difficulty there.
I mean, does it count if I've just played it online? Does that count?
That counts. We'll have that count.
All right.
But then there's then there's another one, grid bugs, where you're playing as Tron and you get to move around and shoot bugs with your discs. Not discs, plural.
That one.
With your
hate that one.
Nah, the tanks are still my least favorite, dude.
Okay, you know what? No, the tanks and the grid bugs are my least favorite. I hate both.
And then our last one is the MCP cone, which, you emulate that moment in the movie where you have to get that perfect timing to toss the disc into the MCP to, destroy him, quote unquote, forever. And it's a fun time. It gets a higher and higher difficulty the more you play, which is pretty neat. And overall, good game. I want to play it again sometime soon.
I think we all know which sub-game is the best one there, though. The light cycles.
Well, obviously. It's the most iconic one, too.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. They show it in the movie, all the time. In the original Tron.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you really see.
Yeah, it served as the launch of so many spin-off games of light cycles. I know there's a couple online games that have done that. I know I would play the one with the worms.
And it's yeah. But it's also the one that is shown the most in other things, 2.0's light cycle segments are very similar to the arcade game ones. And there's like parts of that are still in the current Tron games, like Evo and Runner. It references it quite a bit in their own light cycle modes.
Yeah, so I will be going to Chicago next month to go actually play Tron, the Tron cabinet and Discs of Tron.
Oh, that must be
they have
nice.
both cabinets there.
I heard that they have the pinball machine there too, don't they?
Yeah, they have a pretty hefty amount because that exhibit doesn't close until May 7th. No, I found a really affordable travel price on Southwest. So I was like, perfect. I have a place I can live there, so makes my life easy.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm very jealous of you.
Like I keep seeing posts on Twitter about that exhibit, and I just I want to go so bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some footage because I'm gonna order a little small mic to go with my phone. So I'm gonna probably record on my phone for a little bit.
Nice.
While I'm there.
Got some footage for the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I might do that. We'll see. Because I know I'm planning to recap my trip on a later episode.
Yes. Yeah. And then the next game we got is my namesake, Discs of Tron. I've never actually played this arcade cabinet. There is not one near me. Never have played it, even though it looks cool. It actually started as like one of the segments for the original arcade game, but they thought, yo, we could make more money if we made this its own thing. And then they did. And it worked, too, to be fair.
You should just fly up to Chicago in April. Find a ticket.
Sorry. One of the coolest parts of this arcade cabinet, though, is like the environmental arcade cabinet portion of it. Yes. Like how it surrounds you. I love that.
I've seen pictures of that, and I'm like, I want to find one so bad.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends was in, I think it was Colorado the other month, and he texted me a picture of a Discs of Tron arcade cabinet right next to a Tron arcade cabinet, and I was like, why must you taunt me like this? And he didn't even play them. He just sent me the picture and kept going. I was like, bro, what the heck?
That's even worse. That's
like,
even
you could
worse.
Have been like, you could have been just like, did you play it? Can I see your high score?
Just wow. All right, that's kind of sad. Not even gonna play it. All right.
Wow. L. It's just a big L.
Really, it really is. Yeah. Missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
So after the two arcade games, there were a couple games for the Atari and the Intellivision. We're going to skip those today because I didn't feel like digging up footage / finding an emulator. That felt like too much work. So we're just not going to talk about it.
I played like one of them.
But
yeah,
I didn't know one of the Atari games actually had to be renamed because of Disney's copyright, so they couldn't use Tron.
I think that was in another country, not in the US.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was it in another country? Okay, that's what I thought, because I was, like, remembering an old article that I read. I was like,
yeah. Oh. But after, that initial wave of games from 82, we were silent for a couple of years until 2003 with Tron 2.0. Now, we aren't going to go super in depth here because we kind of have a whole episode on 2.0 and its tying comic Ghost in the Machine that you should totally go listen to after this episode if you haven't already heard it. I think it's pretty cool, personally, but I'm also biased, so...
And of course, this is like not a non-canon game too. And one of my favorite parts about it, though, is like how Alan Bradley actually goes into the grid this time with in the original movie it was just Tron.
My boy A-Brad.
Yeah, I love how that happens in the story. That's one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah, I feel like 2.0, it's a fresh take on like 82's general idea while also like expanding on the grid in like a lot of major ways because it shows us like a bit more grid civilization, but it also like in subtle ways too. There's like a bunch of NPC dialogue that is really cool and does some awesome stuff. Jet is a great protagonist. Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that he and Sam are nearly identical characters because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yep.
Literally though.
Mercury is very cool. I wish we got more of her. Well, we did, but we'll get to that in a second. Honestly,
we got an action figure.
That is true. We did get an action figure. But honestly, the saddest thing about 2.0 is that we don't see Tron himself.
I mean, we kind of see him. We get the circuitry on that, but that's about it. Yeah, you kind of
But like,
we just see
they
Alan
had
Bradley
a box
with his
lightner
circuitry, but that's it.
playing Alan like the whole game. So why not have Tron there, even for like a prologue? That would be really cool, I think.
That would be cool. I remember hearing that there was a planned DLC for this game too with Clue, and it was going to be based in the original Tron movie, and it's basically you're doing missions that Kevin Flynn gives you as Clue. I remember hearing something about that too.
You can't see right now, but my jaw's like on the floor. I've never heard that before. That sounds so cool. I've not.
It's like the prequel before he
gets executed. So you know how people made that killer app mod for PC? Can we go ahead and just make a mod of that? That sounds so cool.
Maybe LDSO could dig it up and maybe do it. That would be cool.
Yeah, that's who I actually heard it from. LDSO, yeah.
Talked with him a few times.
I was gonna say he could do it.
But 2.0 also had some other stuff. It had an Xbox port called Killer App, which added a couple new features and online play and a bunch of other stuff. But I actually want to talk about the other game called Tron 2.0 Killer App for the Game Boy Advance. I haven't played this game, so I'm just going off what I know. But in this game, you actually play as Mercury. I mentioned we got some more of her. And Tron, apparently, is what I've heard. That's kind of cool. Mm-hmm. I like games where I get to play as Tron because those are very few and far between.
Yup.
One thing I do want to add is it's also going to be the 20th anniversary of Tron 2.0 here soon.
This is true, yes.
Oh, shoot, yeah, 2023. Hey, I need to finish my insane run.
Yeah, you do.
I still haven't done that. I am only I'm two missions away, but I know I still have that last seeker is a pain because it's got data rafts, so still got that to do. But most of my armor is like pretty close to upgrading or like being at gold. So
that's cool.
Possible remaster?
I would adore it. A modern console remaster of 2.0. That's the dream.
I'll take that.
That would be amazing. That would be awesome.
Just port it into Unreal.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, it looks so pretty. Give me ray tracing too.
I love the colors of.
Yes.
That's one of the best parts of Tron 2.0 too. Like the colors, I love that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
and also the music is a bop. I mean, plus I would like a remastered version of Nathan Griggs' 2.0 soundtrack.
Get me an actual orchestra to record it. That'd be cool.
Ayo.
That'd be great.
I might know a few.
But a couple of years later, we get over to another game, right?
Yeah, because 2.0 did pretty well and showed Disney, hey, there's still a fan base for this franchise. So they started developing this little movie. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Tron Legacy. And
what's that? I've never heard of that movie.
Oh, really? It's actually a sequel to Tron. And kind of retcons everything in 2.0. But we love it anyway. And it created the modern Tron aesthetic that we all know and love with the mostly black color palette with the colors accenting it as opposed to the more 80s synthwave-esque stuff that 82 and 2.0 had. But Disney and their many promotions for Legacy made 4 different video games all under the same exact title that we're going to talk about. Tron Evolution, as well as its PSP and DS counterparts, and Tron Evolution Battle Grids for the Nintendo Wii. Let's start with the mainline Evolution, because I think that's a fun one.
Out of all of them,
I love the story for
big
that
time.
Game.
Yeah, the story is really cool because it's an actual prequel to Legacy and shows Clue's rule happening. And Anon is such a great protagonist. Every news outlet agrees. They all use his picture.
The overture to the poster program that we know and love.
Am I allowed to go into the story here? Because
sure.
I might, because of the spoilers.
Yeah.
All right. One of my favorite parts about the ending.
If we're really worried about spoilers for a 13-year-old video game, we really need to reevaluate our priorities here.
That's literally what you said about 2.0 when we did that episode.
If you guys haven't played Evo, just go do that real quick and then come back. Okay.
Then come back. Yeah.
Yeah, just like pause right now, go play Evo, go to your local like Game Over video games, find it for cheap. You know, grab your Xbox or PS3 out of your garage and go play it, and then come back.
Or just watch a cutscene compilation on YouTube. That works too. Whatever works for you.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts about the ending for this game is how Cora is talking. Like, it's the same lines that she was saying to Sam Flynn in Legacy, right? Because she was saying how she was looking up at the creator, Sam Flynn, or Kevin Flynn, not Sam Flynn. What?
Well, did I never put that together? I never put that together.
The ending of Evo.
So dumb. What the heck?
Yeah, it's right after Anon, goes boom, and yeah, I love that detail. I really, really like that. I mean,
Evo is also the only game I have on my list to include the best scene of the whole franchise, the coup, where we get the most iconic line that I will voice in editing in 3, 2, 1. Q Flynn, yeah, and so good, so good. That's the line in the franchise, and you cannot change my mind. Apparently, I killed my little co-hosts here. Y'all good?
No, we're not good.
Hey, because you're tall, that doesn't mean you call me little. Watch it.
I'm probably taller than you, actually.
Probably.
Yeah, so you can't call me little either.
Where's Arrow? Arrow's probably taller than all of us.
But we also have the PSP version of Evolution, which is a minigame compilation with like the most basic story. But Tron appears in this one. You actually play as him for the tutorial, which is fun. And then you meet up with
love about that one.
Yes. And you also get to meet up with the character of Beta, who, fun fact, that was Beck's original name in Uprising. And then they changed it for the fun little Cyrus parallel. Google that if you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beck-Cyrus algorithm. It's kind of fun. But anyway, Beta is being trained by Tron to be like the grid champion, the game grid champion. So you're going through all these mini games to like prove that you're the best, and it's a fun time. Just wish there was more of a plot. But the Wii version, Battle Grids, actually has a good amount of plot, which is funny because it's also a minigame compilation like PSP. But you play as an ISO character who is working to become the first ISO Game Grid champion. And, Quora's there, Tron's there, Clue's there, a bunch of other OCs are there. And, it's a fun time. I personally had canon that the protagonist is actually Jalen before he becomes Abraxas. That's my head canon, but there's no confirmation on that.
That's actually really cool headcanon. I never even thought about that. Yeah. I love Tron Battle Grids though, or Tron Evolution Battle Grids, just because of all the nostalgia I have of it. Yeah. I don't know if that might be about it though, but I don't know. I always loved the Light Cycle mini games.
The Light Cycle one was fun. I like the races in that one.
Yeah, those ones were also really fun. Yeah, that too.
I think it gave more of a sense of speed to the cycles than like mainline Evo had. Even though mainline Evo also in its Light Cycle sections did have you feel like you were going fast, but I don't know. I like the Battle Grids one more, just a little bit.
While we're on the topic of Tron Evolution, though, could we talk about how Anon is always on thumbnails on Tron?
Yeah, every news outlet agrees that he is the best character, y'all. Because they just
It's
Google
all like,
Tron
forget
guy
about Tron.
and find
Who's
one
this
without
guy?
someone's face and just Control-C, Control-V.
Get out of here,
But
Tron. Get out of
not
here,
that
Tron.
Tron guy. Not the, Tron guy from
That
American
is not
Gods
what I
Talent.
was referring to.
You said Tron guy, and I'm sitting here like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was literally like the 5th picture on Google Images.
That's true, though.
There is also a DS version of Evo, but I have not played it, so I can't really comment on it. But from what I've heard, it's basically the same thing as PSP, just on the DS. So
it really utilizes the stylus a lot. So I know there was a lot of puzzles in the DS version compared to PSP.
Hey, we're about to get another Tron game with puzzles. That's fun. We'll get to that when we get to that.
We'll get to that later. Yeah.
Well, we got a runner first,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So we didn't get much Tron content after Legacy and the Evos. We got Uprising, which was fun, and then lasted one season. Thanks, Disney. And then
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, I cry. But a few years later, we got Tron Runner. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys say your stuff first before I just praise this game because I actually love it. But do your thing first.
I like this game.
I haven't played it.
I mean, I like this game a lot, but I have to comment on the character models. I really it bugs me every time I play it, especially the Rinsler helmet. It's
but
always
you're only seeing it from the back. Why does it matter?
I know, but it's really hard for me just to see it, a different helmet that it's in the movie. I don't. It's just.
Let's make a mod that fixes that.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's like they like copy paste, or they kind of copied like the upper bits of the Sentry helmet and just pasted to the bottom of Rinsler's and just did a little like shape maneuvery. And hey, Rinsler.
Yeah, Rinsler.
But this was a different company that made Runner. So I understand that they wanted to add a little extra bedazzle to Rinsler.
Yeah,
but
so
then,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So
Uno reverse card.
Yeah, Uno reverse. So Runner, for those of you who don't know, it is an endless runner, but there's 3 separate modes in it. There's a disc thing, which has you running around as a character of your choosing, because there's a lot of Tron characters in this game that you can play as and even customize their lightline color. And you get to run around these fun maps and, run to the end. There's also a light cycle segment that is actually really fun to play. And then there's what they call stream, which is like a high score kind of thing. You try to last as long as you can. It alternates between randomly generated disc and cycle sequences. There was also DLC for this game that added in like Outlands mode, which was like just challenging levels. Those were fun. Blazed through them in like 2 hours, but they were fun. It was like,
oh, here we go.
I have 25 hours in this game, but yeah, I'll admit the character models aren't amazing. Half of them are just like reused pieces from Evolution that were kind of cobbled together. But they're still neat to have. I think it's a fun game. It is definitely overpriced though. I would recommend grabbing a Steam key if you want to play it, because paying $20 for that base game is not worth it. It is on PS Plus Extra and Premium though. So if you have a PlayStation 5, you can play Runner for free with PlayStation Plus. So there's that.
I do love though how this game actually shines a bit more light on Tron Uprising, because you don't get much else content when it comes to Tron Uprising. I mean, you got Mara, you got Beck, you got Tron in Tron Uprising,
and Tesla.
And Tesla. Paige, I'm pretty sure was.
Yes, Paige. Yes, and then I think Ada as well.
Yes.
No, she is. Yeah, she is, because I captured footage playing as her for a YouTube video I've yet to post. But there's also like Uprising Quora, I've tried to find the difference between that model and the default Korra, and I couldn't tell you what it is straight up. I think it's the exact same model.
It's like they maybe give like her whole suit just a different tint of black, because I know a couple of video games like to do that, where they'll do like a limited edition character that will release later, and then like
shiny
a
Korra.
Pregame. Yeah, shiny Korra. There we go.
Uprising Tron is just shiny Rinsler.
So we're just relating Tron to Pokemon. So Legacy Clue is shiny Clue.
Oh my no.
Vector suit is just shiny Anon. Oh, actually, one more thing about Runner I want to talk about. Or not, actually, I will save this for a minute. Because we're going to talk about, before we get into one last game that is coming out just a couple weeks, actually, I want to talk about the fact that Tron has actually had crossovers with several other Disney games. I believe one of us had a list of them.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I sent it
They're in the notes.
Yes, I found it. Okay. So, in 2020, we actually got 2 Tron collabs. Oh, it was actually 2021. We had Tron skins appear in Fortnite and in Fall Guys. The Fall Guys skins were way better. But that is beside the point. Yeah. I want plushes of Fall Guys Rinsler.
Okay.
I was about to say yes, because it's cute but deadly.
I want you guys to Google what the Tron Fall Guys skins look like, and tell me that you do not want a plush of at least a Rinsler. I also want one of, like, Tron, but...
I want one of Tron, and, yeah, I agree with that, yeah. I love how the, Fall Guys outfits look. They're just so cute. Oh my...
Meanwhile, the Fortnite
ones
dropped the, default skins on Sam and Korra's light suits.
It's just like, Fortnite? We'll just yoink the suits, copy paste. Boom. They called that a Tron deal.
Yeah, the guy from Fortnite.
Oh my gosh, is that Tron from Fortnite?
Okay, but for real.
But there was also evolution content in Little Big Planet 2.
No, that was Legacy.
It was Legacy? I could swear it was Anon in Abraxas.
So it was Gem.
Because it had a siren. I know Gem was one of them. Yeah, so it's...
I do remember seeing the Gem one because I thought that was cursed.
And then there was also Clue.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Clue. I must be mixing up Anon for Clue. Unless I'm crazy, in which case, tweet at me on Twitter, guys. If I'm insane and there was Evo content... No,
I think it's...
Let me know, because I think I'm gaslighting myself here.
With the past few days, it's okay that you can lose your mind a little bit.
This is true. There was also legacy content in Disney Universe that was... I played that game and I still can't really tell you what it was, because it's been like a decade.
I know what it was.
Yeah, please share.
It was Tron, Korra, Clue, and Sam. I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And it was like skins for your character, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tron, both 82 and Legacy, had fairly sizable portions of the Kingdom Hearts franchise. 82 appeared in Kingdom Hearts 2 and Legacy in Dream Drop Distance. Now that is a cutscene compilation you should go watch, because that's actually really cool. Bruce Boxleitner appears as Tron. Yeah, no, Kingdom Hearts 2 will make you cry. That is a fair warning. So
bring at least 3 tissue boxes and a trash bag, because you're gonna need it.
You may need more than that, actually.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. 82 stuff actually also appeared in Disney's Epic Mickey on the Nintendo Wii. Very fun game. I highly recommend it. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is great, and also the fact that a cartoon rabbit from the 30s was worth the same as a sportscaster, I find amusing.
Pete-tronic.
Yes, they made Pete, the Mickey Mouse antagonist, they amalgamated him with Sark, made him Pete-tronic.
That
You
haunts
should
my
go Google
nightmares,
that.
like-
Yeah, that's my sleep paralysis demon right there, y'all.
Sounds like a YouTuber, not gonna lie.
You aren't wrong.
Well,
Honestly,
it
Kinda
actually does.
it
Wow,
very
yeah.
much sounds like a YouTuber.
What if I just like look up on YouTube right now if there's a guy named Pete
I'm willing
Tronic?
to
I
bet
know
you'd
there's
find
other accounts that
something.
use the word.
If there isn't, I'll change
Oh.
my YouTube channel name to that.
Let me see.
That's
I'm gonna
great.
take a
We're
gander.
actually gonna check this.
Yeah, so
Alright,
while
I'm gonna
Reedz is
actually check-
checking it, I want to talk about Disney Infinity real quick. It was Disney's Toys to Life game that I still love, TBH.
I still play it.
Same. There was content based on Uprising, just a little bit. There was a skybox and a terrain set. They also added in recognizers from 82 and a skybox and terrain set based on that movie. They had light
also
jets.
the Clue.
I was gonna get to that. There's also light jets, and then they had playable characters too. In the second game, there were PC exclusive Sam and Quora, because digital characters for the digital exclusive. Then they made them physical figures in the third game, and there was a Clue figure fully planned, fully in the files.
You're making a Clue pun.
And like, if you have the PC version of 3.0, you can mod him in, and he is fully playable with like no bugs. They just never put him in the game proper for some reason.
So
and
I actually talked to one of the people that worked on the game, and they said that it was just because of the failure of Tron Legacy. And the reason that this confuses me, they released Sam and Cora 6 years after that movie released.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that makes sense. But...
And
there was probably some Clue haters.
Fred Tatasciore, who
was
played
on Epic.
Clue and Flynn in Evolution and Uprising, voiced Clue for Infinity too. It's like a completely unique set of voice lines, and I think that's pretty epic. Yeah.
I never saw that. Wow, that's awesome.
And then I was going to talk about this when we were on Runner, but I want to talk about it here. There's a light cycle in the game that is a different light cycle design than in any other game, and it also appears in Runner. It's labeled as Quora's light cycle. Does not appear in any shows, movies, or anything. So, do y'all want to hear my crackpot theory on what this was?
Go for it.
Go for it. You're the light cycle
I
expert.
think that this light cycle was supposed to be for Tron Ascension. It was added into Disney Infinity in 2015 when Ascension, the script was finished. We know that when it got shelved in May, they were already doing costume fittings for the main actors, Olivia Wilde and Garrett Hedlund. So there was probably already concept art made, including for a new light cycle design that I think they put in Disney Infinity to like...
Maybe that's also why they canceled Clue.
It's possible. But I doubt it.
Yeah, probably.
I think that that's where that light cycle design was from, and I think that that's why they put it into Runner too, because that's when Ascension was in the maybe land of this may still happen, but probably not. So they put it into Runner just to be like, yeah, this is here. That's my theory. I haven't gotten any confirmation on that. Take this with a grain of salt. Don't be quoting this to your friends. It's just my idea. Well, okay, now if you quote it to your friends, link them to the podcast. We like listeners.
Yeah, bring them, send them.
But if any Disney Infinity devs or any Runner devs are listening to this, first of all, welcome. We're glad to have you. If you want to tweet at us on Twitter and like let us know if I'm right or if it was just a modified version of the Gen 5 that they just stuck in, let me know, because I think, I don't know, just let us know. Reedz, do we have an update on that YouTube channel?
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no Pete Tronic account. Maybe somebody will make it after this episode comes out.
Dang.
Tweet at us if you do.
And real quick, we have 3 more mobile games to talk about. We have Disney Sorcerer's Arena. I've never played this one. I don't know what Tron content is in it. But apparently there's Tron content in Sorcerer's Arena. That's cool. Then there's Disney Heroes Battle Mode. This one I've actually looked at. It's kind of a turn-based RPG. And there is Quora, Flynn, and Tron are all in it, I believe. I remember seeing a Yori in that Flynn style, but I'm pretty sure that was photoshopped.
Yeah, no, I think it's just Tron, Cora. Yeah, it's just Tron,
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the Yori I'm thinking was photoshopped.
Yeah, I've seen a
Is it okay?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Flynn screen caps from that game. I love the art style of that game.
It is a good art style.
As for Disney, there's also Disney Mirrorverse, which
has the coolest Tron design in history.
It's literally like Tron, the Tron 1982 style and Legacy
and Uprising. It is so freaking good. Sorry, I'm like screaming.
It makes for one of the best Tron designs I've ever seen, and it is beautiful, it is glorious, and I need an action figure of it right now. McFarlane Toys, what are you doing? Go make an action figure of it already, please.
And Funko, make a pop figure of it, and Disney, give me anything, just anything.
Even like a keychain, because I saw keychains of it.
With light cycle.
I saw keychains of like Mirrorverse characters, so even that would be awesome.
It looks so good. I want you guys, if you haven't seen it, go Google Mirrorverse Tron right now and make me fan art of him, because he looks so cool.
It is so awesome.
Sorry, I'm sending you guys on a lot of Google scavenger hunts today. Sorry, not sorry.
We might as well could have
made
an
audio.
We could have made an ARG.
This is an auditory podcast. I can't exactly put up videos with it, videos and pictures. So
there's probably going to be a lot more of that too.
But I think that's it on crossovers. Yes.
Yeah.
I believe.
I think I circled through them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have one more game to talk about today, guys. Just the one. And it is the newest game on this list. As of recording, this game is actually unreleased. You may be wondering what this game is. Or maybe you listened to our D23 podcast episode and know exactly what I'm talking about. We're talking about Tron Identity, made by Bithell Games, launching on April 11th, 2023. Yay, content.
Alright, pause right now and go wishlist it on Nintendo Switch and on Steam. Do it now.
Right now.
Or forever hold your peace, because
you gotta go do
the game comes out April 11th, 2023.
Exactly.
I unfortunately have a concert, but I'm getting the game.
You gotta make sure to support the game.
To the concert.
When the game comes out, I will be streaming it on YouTube. Hopefully to completion. So check that out. Keep an eye on my socials for links. But
I'm making sure to stream it too. I am definitely going to be getting it on Nintendo Switch and PC. I need it on every platform I can get.
Oh, no, I'm getting it on both. Yeah, it's just, I don't know which one to play it on first.
PC,
I think
so you can stream
I might do...
Well, I can stream from both. It's called Capture Card.
Yeah, but I don't have one.
I might do Switch first, because, I have a gig that night, so I can probably finish it by Wednesday. And then Thursday, start PC, because I know I fly out to Chicago that Friday, so it's like, okay.
Really, the thing that will cinch it for me is that if the Steam version has achievements, I'm going to play the Steam version first.
Yeah.
Because I like achievements, and the Switch doesn't have those.
Achievements good.
I need to 100%.
Nintendo
oh, yeah, dude, same. I'm just going to play through it blind. I'm very excited. It should be a very fun time. And hey, Bithell Games, if you're listening, I know 3 people who would really like early copies. Just saying. Wink, wink.
Hey, Mike, you want to give? Give.
Just kidding. Love y'all. But
and I also want to say, like, we love you, Bithell Games, by the way, just for giving us this awesome Tron content. Like, before September, we had nothing. And then there was the 40th anniversary merch, and then we had this awesome trailer for a game called Tron Identity, and I'm so happy
then
about it.
We have the roller coaster coming. We're gonna keep this brief real quick, but the roller coaster is launching at the beginning of April. On the double checks calendar, fourth. The 4th. I wanted to say 3rd, but I knew that wasn't right. The 4th, and we are getting a bunch of new merch for that too. That I'm very excited for. I'm super hyped, and Identity comes out a week after the coaster launches. And that's really
like,
fun.
It's Tron. It's officially called Tron Month.
Yeah, April is now
like,
Tron Month, guys. So just be ready.
Exactly.
The month of Tron.
I'm so happy.
Okay, so Disney dropped a little announcement earlier today that starting March 20th, they're doing like a soft opening of Light Cycle Run. So if you have like the Lightning Lane pass for Disney World, you can actually get on the ride before it opens.
And that
Hey guys,
goes
you want to fly
until
Disney
April
World?
2nd. Yes, I would
no,
love to.
I just came back from Florida and I'm saving money for when I go in July because I'm going on the 9th for Tron's 41st and I'm buying merch.
Honest and I will go and we'll tell you how fun it is.
I'm going in June and
I have no clue when I'm going.
We have a
so
literally come with me in July because I have to do some workshops that week after. So just
Yeah, I'm like. It kind of killed me though when I saw that they're doing soft openings right after I leave.
Weren't you just there this last week?
I was about to say, yeah.
I was there 2 days ago.
Ironically, we were both in Florida, but I wanted to save money, so I didn't go to Disney this time.
Dang, that could have been cool.
Nah. Well, there'll be a time and place. It just wasn't that time. Plus, my mental health was kind of bad 2 weeks before, so I needed that break. But yeah. Oh, speaking of Light Cycle Run. Merch. So my plane story I was talking about earlier.
Oh no!
Before we started recording. Okay, so I felt like I rode Light Cycle Run while on a plane because the turbulence that I experienced felt exactly like a roller coaster.
Wait a second, so, I had that. Wait, what? I had like turbulence. What?
Because I was flying into a storm because where I was going, the weather was unfortunately at the airport so they couldn't ground any of the planes. So we were landing and then the pilots saw like, oh, hey, we're going to go ground at this airport for an hour until it clears up. But no, literally the turbulence as we were descending was ridiculous. And so like, yeah, I felt like I rode Light Cycle Run.
What was Daft Punk?
I had similar turbulence too. Like the plane was going down and everybody was out of their seats. It was insane. Like what?
Okay, but was Daft Punk playing though?
Then
it wasn't Light Cycle Run. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Well, all right, fine.
Look, I did not want to buy airplane Wi-Fi to play my Spotify, so I had to use my like iTunes, which didn't have. I only have like 2 Daft Punk tracks, and it wasn't playing. I think I was playing like a Eric Whitacre piece that was dubstep on my
Does that count?
Yeah, it's techie. It's got the Tron vibes.
Okay, it counts then.
It's a remix, yeah. So technically, Road Light Cycle Run. Oh, JK. But for real, if you want to experience Light Cycle Run beforehand, I mean, hope when you travel you get turbulence. I mean, it's a getting turbulence is literally just like a roller coaster.
And then I'm gonna go a little off topic here into Light Cycle Run. When I saw that they were doing like a electronica show, I was blown away that they kind of brought back electronica.
I saw all of that on Twitter and I was like, I would love to be in Magic Kingdom right now. That would be so amazing.
Yeah, Goofy out here repping the Cabbage Patch dance.
That made me sad because it was only for media people, from what I know.
I saw a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube there, and I was like, dang, they should have invited us. We're cool people. But
exactly.
Yeah. If my schedule wasn't that crazy and I have like an extra job that's helping me save money for Disney. I know, but I think saving money is my best bet right now because my living situation is kind of wonky right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I just had to go off topic there for a second. It was so cool.
So cool.
If we have trees as canon in Tron Identity, do you think turbulence is canon? Because with the grid having so many clouds,
I want
and all
roller coasters to be canon. Give me Query going to an amusement park. Are you kidding me? That'd be so fun.
Please.
Make it 2.0. Can I get a Seeker ride? Like, you know how they have the Dumbo ride at Disney where the cars go up and down? The Seeker's arms go up and down. The little cars at the end.
Hate that.
That would be amazing.
Okay, yeah, I've written the Dumbo ride. It's giving me like so much nostalgia.
Why have that when you can have a whole Tron 2.0 land?
Why not both?
Ghost in the Machine land.
Yeah, why not both? Yeah.
Can we? Not that I'm thinking of the Unhinged MCP
Oh.
comic panel.
Ghost in the Machine is so
no.
terrifying, guy.
The rabbit.
The pages of that comic are where almost all of my sleep paralysis demons preside, except for Pete Tronic over there.
Okay, like TBH, Pete Tronic's not bad. IMO, he looks fine.
Well, you haven't played the game,
It's
Reedz.
just Pete in a SAR costume. But I've seen screen caps of it.
Till you see that thing in motion, you do not know true terror.
There is one thing I fear, and that is centipedes, and so Pete Tronic does not fear.
Yeah, no, I played Epic Mickey, and yeah, he's terrifying.
Good game. You should replay that.
Yeah, it's also included in the Disney bundle that includes Tron 2.0.
Yeah, but that's Epic
Tron
Mickey
Evolution.
2, not the first one.
Oh yeah, it is the same.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because the first one was a Wii exclusive.
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Had pointer controls, and then the second one was multi-console.
Oh yeah, the pointer controls were such a big factor in the first one.
Yeah, they were fun.
Yeah, I could see why it was an exclusive.
They were. Very fun. Yeah.
I think the only thing I really played on Wii, I think, was Brawl and Mario Kart.
Fair.
I think those.
I actually saw this really cool YouTube documentary about Epic Mickey's creation. I'm getting very off track here, but it was cool. Just go look it up.
Good.
Yeah, we left the video game sphere a hot minute ago, but. This episode's supposed to be about video games, guys. I promise. We didn't really state that, but it's what we've been talking about. So I hope you've been following.
We're going off script.
We're just having a conversation.
So I am gonna go back a little bit into one of the other games we talked about, Tron 1982, the classic video game. I did see that there's actually a rare tabletop version of the game.
I've seen that too. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was looking, like, I think I actually saw one recently. I don't remember when I saw it. It was a couple of years back, but it was so, like, odd looking. But it was, yeah, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. It was really cool.
I've seen a couple of tabletop arcade games, but I haven't seen Tron or discs, unfortunately.
No, there was a fan on Tumblr back in 2014 that made a whole Dungeons and Dragons version of Tron.
Oh, that's cool.
I have that document. Yeah, I have that document saved. I'll put it in the in our chat.
Maybe we'll have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little outdated, but we can rewrite it.
Should record it and put it on YouTube.
I think it's like, oh god,
that would be so fun.
We get our Sauropod chat group and we get Honest in here and we just do that.
Yes,
make
a
couple other content creators I can think of that we can throw in. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah, because it's a mix of 82 and 2.0 from what I remember. So there was like MCP, MCP and Clue.
Nice. I thought it was just gonna be the original Tron, not Tron 2.0. That's awesome.
I love me some 2.0 goodness.
Me too, yeah.
I'm hoping for some 2.0 references and identity. I know it doesn't really make sense in canon, but I think it'd be neat.
Yo, Jet Bratley.
I said that one time on Instagram. I was like, I want 2.0 references and identity. And someone was like, why though? It's not canon. And I was like, what's your point?
What 2.0?
Canon is what we make it. Identity's not even in the main grid, so...
Could be even like an Easter egg at least.
Yeah, give cameo.
Yeah. One thing that
didn't I was gonna say, didn't the Tron poster make a cameo in that Guardians of the Galaxy game?
At the very beginning of the game too, like the opening.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so I say it's the beginning.
So I bought that game and then I was playing it. I saw that and I started screaming at the top of my lungs.
I bought the game after I knew about the Easter egg and I was like, hey. And
it is actually a pretty good game.
Very good game. Yeah, the internet really crapped on it. I don't know why.
Wait, they did? I thought.
Yeah, people wanted it to be like more Marvel Ultimate Alliance style, where you swap between the Guardians.
Oh
instead of like commanding them. I still thought it was fun, but
I love when the music plays, but I hate getting rickrolled. I hated
I
that.
find it so funny, dude, because I always have other people in the room and I rickroll them.
Yeah, Marvel
purpose.
had this.
I have my Rick Astley sticker that I bought while I was on my trip, so I still need to put it on my case. I just need to figure out when.
So it could be one of your
I
new
need to see
clarinet
a
warm-ups.
No.
I need
Maybe
to
in June when we get together, then yeah, maybe.
I need to see in Tron Ares that in Flynn's arcade with Never Gonna Give You Up playing.
Please, can someone
Yes.
rescore the scene
Photoshop
instead of
it.
Separate Ways playing? Sam just gets rickrolled by his dead dad.
Hey yo, YouTube poopers, get on that right now. I need
Tweet
that.
at us.
I remember I made
need that in
something.
my veins.
I remember I made something similar to that. It's unlisted now. You can't watch it anymore. I still have it, but I made like a YouTube poop almost, and it was Sam Flynn in the arcade with the Morbius track playing, and it was the song that Miles, I think it was Miles dances to. I don't remember his name, or Milo. I think that was Milo. Yeah, and then when he goes upstairs into Kevin's room, it's just him. Oh man, I remember making that.
It's funny, guys. I promise we've got through all of our scripted stuff. We're just talking now, so
Yeah,
we're just having a good time.
We're just we really
you signed up
vibe.
for this, so.
Yeah, so
But I think it's gonna be it for today. You can follow us all on Instagram and Twitter and other places such as YouTube. Honest, why don't you go first? Where can the lovely audience keep up with you?
All right. Well, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to me on YouTube, all under Daily Dose of Tron. And yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, you can follow me at Discs of Tron, Instagram, Twitter, and also YouTube. Reedz, you can follow her. Tron MIDI Archive everywhere. And then don't forget to follow the podcast. Also, Tron Loves Podcast, Instagram and Twitter. We are cool people.
And YouTube.
Please, we like socializing with y'all. Y'all are great. You can also email the podcast too. I don't know if you guys know that. If you want more direct communication, it's basically a fancy DMs box, but tronlives2010@gmail.com. We're available for you.
Yeah, any business inquiries too. Definitely hit up that email.
Or if you just want to give us like an annotated list of everything we got wrong when talking about video games. I don't know, you do you.
That would just...
We'll take anything.
Then we can just make a
We like constructive feedback. I went to music school, so constructive feedback is definitely, appreciated, and it helps us improve our podcast every time we record.
Straight up.
And I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me. I had a lot
of
fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah,
Tron.
of course.
But with that all being said, we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for listening. And
as always, Tron lives for the good of the uprising.
End of line.